Hello and welcome to Ilagan Whiteboard Friday. Today we will look at something called conditions precedent, or it's called CP. So what exactly is conditions precedent? Basically, when you are raising investment, before the investor puts in the money into the company, there is a list of activities or items that has to be completed before the investor will give you the money. So these are called conditions precedent. That means these are the conditions which has to be met before the investor puts in the money. Now, what kind of impact it brings? So the longer the list, and it could delay your raising the money. So basically, like you sign the term sheet, but until all the CP items are not completed, then you will not be receiving the money. So when you are reviewing the list of CP things, you have to review it very critically to see what are really important and has to be done by CP item. Or there are few items that you can really push it to CS, which is condition subsequent. That has been covered into a different video. So in a CP, let's look at few of the terms and conditions that generally the investors put. It could vary a lot depending on investor to investor, but these are some of the important and fundamental things that we have seen. So the first and foremost is the completion of due diligence of all the legal accounts and stuff. Then there are things like you have to give representations and warranties, and also a declaration that all these there is no liabilities pending, or there is no court cases or inquiry which is going on. You should also be looking at things like that if you have sufficient authorized capital to issue all the shares before the investors put in the money, you have to see like whether the company has a sufficient number of authorized capital or not. If not, then you have to increase it. You have to also hold a board meeting approving this particular transaction. The board and all other shareholders, whatever is the process, has to approve that this investor is coming on board and these many shares should be issued. So all those documents has to be completed. The valuation certificate needs to be completed. So the idea is basically when or the investor, the way they look at is, say if they give you the money today, within a week at most, they should hold the shares of the company. So they just want to make sure that there is nothing okay if this has not been done, so that's why we are not able to issue you shares. So they are trying to eliminate all those risks where which could actually come in the way of allotting the shares to the company. So many times they could ask you to create an ESOP pool. So that is another thing that they could look at it. Then all the founders agreement and things like NDA or the employment agreement, all those kind of things has been completed. So there is like a lot of items that goes into CP. But there are few things which, if you feel, for example, like ESOP, if you can negotiate and say that this is not really critical and we actually want to create it at a later date in case if you have not created, and if the investors agree, because ESOP creation also dilutes the holding of the investor. So if you create it post investment, then it is going to dilute. So if you are giving them 25% stock today, and if you create an ESOP later, then they will no more be holding a 25% kind of thing. But things like many times they say like all the filings, like say even your compliances and stuff should be done, but there are at times it could, depending on if you are not been following all your compliances standard to the best, then it could actually take time to complete those transactions. So few transactions you could still try to complete, few you can say that if you can move it to CS within a certain time frame. For example, there is a FEMA compliance which is pending from an earlier transaction or anything. So some of these things you can actually move it to CS. But the longer the list is, it will take you time and it is gonna delay it. So one, you could actually keep yourself ready, because these are like a lot of standard things. So you know that this is gonna happen. So you can be yourself ready from all these factors, so that as soon as the term sheet is signed, you can try to get the money in the bank within say 2 to 4 weeks. Otherwise, it could like 2 to 3 months, 4 months. I don't know how much time it could take before you could actually receive the money. That's it on CP. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at hello@elagant.com. And you can also download our open source startup legal docs from the website for free. Thank you.